For BlueShirtsUnited.com, I'm Jim Cerny, joined by the captain of the New York Rangers, Ryan Callahan. Thanks for a few minutes, Callie.
Absolutely.
So, before we even talk about heading into the season and all that, I know it's been more than a year since it happened, and you've had a full season as captain, but is there still that kind of wow factor to when you hear, when you just kind of hits you at different times? Yeah, captain, New York Rangers. Is that moment still there for you?
Yeah, it is a bit. I think I'm a lot more obviously comfortable in the role and used to that title now, but it's still a learning process for me. It's I'm still going at it and still learning things as I go. But like I said, it's a little bit more comfortable now, and I accept the role. And like I said the first year, it's still a privilege to have that C on your sweater and represent such a great organization.
Now, there are so many leaders in this room, guys that wear letters, guys that don't wear letters. But for the fans, maybe break it down for them a little bit. Talk about the three guys that do wear the letters and different personalities, bring different things to the table, different experiences, and how that kind of comes together, at least with you, Mark Stahl, and Brad Richards.
Yeah, I think we mesh very good. We all lean on each other. There's I wear the C, but we're all leaders, and Richie's been there before. He's experienced it. He's won that ultimate goal. So during playoffs, he's a good guy to lean on and talk to and to speak in the room. And me and Mark have been in this organization for so long. We know what goes on here and what you have to do to win. And like I said, we come together and we've got a good leadership group. And it's not just us three. There's a lot of guys in this room that lead. And I think you saw that last year, and we're gonna have to see that again this year.
And how much did you see it during this time when you guys were away from hockey, but yet there was a core group that was here working hard, staying together, staying in the New York area, and working towards what ultimately will be eventually a season?
Yeah, and I think it shows how close we are as a group. A lot of us have come up through this organization together, and we've added guys here and there, but that core stays together. And we were excited just to be back together, even if we weren't playing hockey, to train together, to work out together, and ultimately get ready for the season that we hope would happen.
Now, obviously, every season poses a myriad of challenges. A shortened season, a shortened camp, everybody kind of, with 48 games to go, is now tied for first place, if you will. What kind of challenges does that pose?
I think a lot of people are putting a big emphasis on the start. I think it's important, but your finish is going to be just as important as your start is. And just like last year, we have to grow as the season goes on. It's still part of the process that we have going on here, and obviously it's a shortened season, and each point means that much more. But at the same time, we have to continue to get better each game.
Tell me a little bit about adding Rick Nash to this mix. Obviously, there were guys that were key components here that are no longer here, but you had a world-class talent like Rick Nash. What does that do to the room? What does it do on the ice?
Right away, he's fit in the room. He's a great guy, and he meshes well with us, so that was no problem at all. And I think what he does on the ice speaks for itself. He's obviously one of the top players in this league, and just to add him into the mix of what we had last year, I think it's going to be a big bonus for us.
What's the biggest thing that you carry from last year? I'm a believer, and you tell me what you think. I'm not always sure there's carryover from year to year, but I think that there are important lessons learned along the way that as a group you grow together, you carry over. What do you think are the biggest things that carry over from such a successful year a year ago?
I think just the way we work night in and night out, we saw what that brought us and how much success we had doing that and sticking to our system and our game plan and ultimately our identity that we've tried to create over the past 2-3 years. And we saw last year how successful we were with that, and I think just coming off last year, having that confidence, that's what we have to carry over to this year, is knowing that we can be there, we should be there, and now we got to take that next step.
Quick final one for you. Ryan McDonough said the other day that the way the season ended, having such a great season, so many great experiences, but the way it ended, just a little bit short of where he wanted to be. He said he had this fire in his belly the entire summer and all through this work stoppage. Ryan Callahan feel the same way?
Yeah, you have to. I don't think you can play at this level if you don't feel that way after getting so close and losing out. And that's what drives you all summer. That's what makes you excited to get back to the rink and get back to work with the guys. And it's a long road ahead of us. It's going to be hard to get back to that point, but we're excited for that journey, and we feel like we can get there.
Good stuff. That's the captain of the New York Rangers, Ryan Callahan. Thanks for a few minutes, Callie.
Thanks. Good to see you again.